Hello everyone. Today's topics, we're going to be talking about armor customization, and we'll be talking a little bit about the awards that Sony has received recently at from various organizations at different events. Um, I'm Augie. I run the channel. Today I'm trying some different audio settings. Tell me what you guys think. I lowered my microphone volume because I noticed on my Twitch.tv channel that my voice was exceptionally loud and my music was exceptionally low. If it's off this video, I really apologize. I'm trying to do my best. I did a couple test videos and screwed them up, so I adjusted them based on those videos. Also, I'm trying not to do this tongue thing that I keep doing, licking my lips, because it makes a gross sound. Um, Anyway, so first of all, we'll talk about this award. They got the Best of Gamescom nominee from Italy, which was really cool. I was actually unsure about this when I did my stream because I just hadn't done enough research. But yeah, they were nominated by Italy for the Best of Gamescom game. And then on top of that, they received this awesome award, which was Best MMORPG for the upcoming year. It's a French award, and I'm not sure exactly where what event this was from, but they received this award, which was really cool. Um, and so I'm excited to keep seeing other languages. In my last video, I actually talked a bit about translations, and I linked in the actually I'll have to make sure the link's in there, but I linked in the box below different translations for other languages that people were doing just on their own. They decided that they were going to help out the community a little by contributing and translating a lot of the websites to or for EverQuest Next to other languages. In particular, there was Japanese and French. So if you guys know of any others, post them in the comments below so other people who are from different nationalities can participate in the awesome experience that is EverQuest Next. The next thing I wanted to talk about was armor customization, and hopefully this video quality will improve here in a second. But this is Dave Georgeson at the debut video, and he talks about his 4 holy grails, and talks about what really the base idea is behind EverQuest Next. And so I wanted to talk about, in particular, the armor customization, which is a huge topic on the forums right now because of the roundtable. And considering these goals and the development direction that Dave Georgeson has paved a path, or that the whole company is paving a path for. So SOE is doing everything right now to redefine the genre of MMORPG. The direction of online gaming hasn't always been going in the right direction over the years. They started out on a really good foot, making EverQuest one of the first big MMORPGs to make an impact in the MMO. I mean, it was one of the first, so they made the impact. But definitely, there have been some step forwards towards realism. And realism is a huge factor of gameplay. By the way, if there's weird cutouts in my audio, it's because I have a bad headset and I'm planning on getting a new one soon. I don't know if it actually affects the audio. And I'm going to raise the volume just a bit on the music because it's fading. Hopefully I'll get a good equilibrium on the music volume eventually. That's too loud probably. So back to realism. With EverQuest Next, physics is becoming a huge factor of gameplay. The way a voxel world will react to players in it, and the way gravity will affect voxels when displaced by spells or explosive attacks. This on top of the idea of a life of consequence and the wonderful technology that is emergent AI causes us to explore the world the world of Norath more carefully. Because there's more risk in our actions and our decisions. We have to take into consideration that the world's going to remember everything we've done, and that we can have a permanent effect on what Norath will be. The reason MMOs are doing this is because a more realistic world appeals to the senses of all people. Immersion is established in many cases, It draws us in because it's a fantastic reimagining of life. Realism is a huge contributor to the experience behind a game, minus the magic and dragons, minus the fantasy of the world. EverQuest Next is pushing us closer to real life situations. So, looking at the science, in a paper written by Stanford's Nick Yee, a study showed that people play MMORPGs for three reasons. Those three reasons are achievement, social, and immersion. Some of these can be broken down into more specific categories. Achievement can be both personal or collective. Wow, this music's super epic. Got really loud there for a second. Achievement can be both personal or collective, and immersion can be a mere dive into the progression, or literal immersion into the imagined RP world. The idea, however, is that people progress in all three areas: achievement, social, and immersion while playing the game. Naturally, they're put into positions where they must socialize. Give me just a second. I have a bit of a sore throat, so I had to take a drink of water. Naturally, they're put into positions where they have to socialize, and so they develop relationships with the people they play with. Teamwork develops as they collaborate to do things, and that would otherwise be more difficult if they were just one individual. Going into achievement, in an MMORPG, you achieve spontaneously the entire way through an MMO, because we always advance somewhere in the game. We reach goals, and we can look back and feel the accomplishment and feel achieved. Understanding and analyzing in-game data of stats and attaining better stats can make one literally stronger in the game and feel that accomplishment. Defeating other players in PvP can provide a feeling of competition which capitalizes on your brain's instinct to succeed and overcome. Really, whether we're going somewhere new, reaching new levels, advancing a trade skill, or defeating a new boss and receiving loot, we're always achieving. That's one of the basic concepts of an MMORPG, is progression. Lastly, immersion. And immersion only occurs if the player is truly caught up in the other two reasons, or if it's a determined immersion, a determined RP immersion. And this is when they put themselves into the virtual reality. The game literally becomes real to them. People often play games to escape their own reality and relax for a while. I do that all the time. It allows me to remove myself from the person at the keyboard, me, and become my character. I may retain several of my real life characteristics because they're just who I am, but in that moment, they become characteristics of my character, not me. Anyway, there are like really four definite factors of roleplay, and they're discovery, roleplaying, customization, and escapism. The first, discovery, you find yourself in this new world, and the freedom to explore it and do as you please to find new places and experience new things. You're constantly immersing yourself in not Earth, but Norath. So it's a really neat and phenomenal experience. The second, role-playing, is a forced immersion. It's the determined RP immersion. Players integrating themselves into the story of Norath. Or in our case, if you look at other games, World of Warcraft, you'd be immersing into Azeroth, and becoming a part of the history, as well as participating with friends in social roleplay. The third one is the huge topic that revolves around the entire reason I'm making this video: customization. The main reason behind the roundtable question, customization, people who enjoy customizing their appearance feel it is important to have a distinct and unique style and appearance. And that's the whole reason behind this question: is should it be something that will be part of strategy, or should it just be a cosmetic change to your individual player? And then the last of immersion, the four definite factors, is escapism, and that's the one that I talked about when you're trying to just get away from things in real life. The environment around them becomes the world for the time being, and it's sort of the sub-definition of immersion. you're escaping real life problems and allowing yourself to relax in a virtual reality. So since customization is part of immersion, which is part of virtual reality, you imagine I'm a plate wearing class, okay? And I'm wielding a two-handed weapon, like a claymore. Now, full armor customization, I decide in order to shroud who I really am, I make my plate mail chest plate into a linen robe. Now imagine people's confusion when I jump into battle with a robe and I begin hacking and slashing and really being in the fray. It's completely unrealistic, unless you're like Gandalf. So maybe I am Gandalf, and by this I mean I'm a multi-classed individual, a wizard and a warrior. And this brings a whole new dish to the table. In games like World of Warcraft, there isn't multi-classing. You're a warrior, you're a warlock, you're a mage, you're a death knight. You're that class. You don't have multiple classes to worry about to transmog into their gear. If you're wearing plate, you can transmog into plate. That's all you can do. So good on Blizzard for making transmogrification only within the armor classes. So how does multi-classing affect customization? Here I am, being a Gandalf. What limitations should I have on my customization, if any? It really comes down to opinion, and that's why it's posted on the round table for people to discuss. In my opinion, I want to be in a real world. I want a realistic virtual reality set before me so I can really take in the experience and enjoy the ride. I want to be part of Norath lore and make my mark on the world. So to be realistic, my plate mail armor should look like plate mail to create this realism. This does not, however, mean that I cannot be altered pragmatically to look, or my gear cannot be altered pragmatically to look like it's a plate mail bikini. Like if I'm playing a female character. Obviously, you wouldn't want to see Augie wearing a bikini because you'd probably go blind and scream in terror. But it was just one of the things that Dave Georgeson suggested at SOE Live. It doesn't mean that there aren't going to be ways to also dye our armor. In fact, they announced that there will be ways to dye our armor. So in conclusion, realistic modifications to personal character appearance are appealing to many player types and should be available. By all means, it's part of the game. So in the panels, they talk about the classes and multi-classing and how it'll affect it. And I think maybe the best way to make these modifications possible are through blacksmithing and tailoring and leatherworking. Make people incorporate them into the economy. So you can take your armor to your blacksmith friend and have them fit your armor for you. And I hope this video has been helpful. That's really all I have for you guys today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Most of these videos were from Curse Entertainment or SOE or EverQuest Next. If you haven't subscribed to any of them, please do. Go check out EQ Nexus. I mentioned them in my last video. They're where I get a lot of my information, and they have tons of good forum information. Lots of devs participate in their forums, and then also go make an account on EverQuest Next forums. They only have one section in their forums, and it's the roundtable right now, but there will be many more to come, I'm sure of it, and I know that as they expound upon their forums, they're going to have a lot for us to participate in and give opinion. I've already put in a lot of opinion, and thank you a ton for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. I won't be streaming it all this weekend because it's PAX, PAXCOM. If you guys don't know about PAXCOM, go ahead and go to the PAX site. You can literally go to paxsite.com, and there's all your information. It's going to be an awesome gaming convention. And yeah, it's in Seattle, Washington. If you don't have tickets, they're selling them at the door if you live in Seattle. So go check it out, and I will catch you guys next time. Also, the music today is brought to us by Versus Music Official. Go check them out on YouTube. They're great music.